The NBA Finals are fast approaching, certainly bringing along a whole new batch of memories in tow. So let's break down the coldest memories in NBA history. First up, Robert Horry goes off, 2005 Finals, Game 5. Huge three-pointer Rob delivered an out-of-this-world fourth quarter and overtime performance that just must be witnessed to be believed. Next up, the microwave is turned on, 1990 Finals, Game 5. Vinnie Johnson was dubbed the microwave because of his ability to heat up quickly and maintain a high level of heat for periods of time. At one point in the game, he did that again, both times giving his Pistons the lead. The second time he ignited, he contributed 7 points to a 9-0 Pistons run that sealed the series victory. To cap it all off, Johnson scored with 0.7 seconds remaining to put the game out of reach. Next up, in Game 5 in the 1976 NBA Finals, Gar Heard somehow ties the game. This game is widely referred to as the best NBA game to ever be played. It went into 3 overtimes, but it was the second overtime that provided the most memorable moments. The Phoenix Suns were leading by 1 point, and the ball was in the hands of the Celtics. John Havlicek hit a spectacular shot that appeared to have won the game for him. There was a stampede of spectators trying to get onto the court, but the refs ruled that there was still 1 second left. Phoenix used a timeout that they didn't have, resulting in a technical free throw for Boston. Boston converted the free throw to take the 3-point lead, and it has come to an end. Heard, on the other hand, had different plans. It was necessary to extend the game for an additional quarter, but the Celtics eventually prevailed. Next up, Dr. J really did that. 1980 Finals, Game 4. The Celtics were unable to win the series against the stacked 1980 LA Lakers, but they were able to tie the series at 2 games apiece thanks to Dr. J's incredible layup in Game 4. Next up, Kareem Skyhook in double overtime of Game 6 of the 1974 Finals. The Milwaukee Bucks have only appeared in 2 NBA Finals, but they've done pretty well in both of them. They won the championship in 1971 with a rout of the Baltimore Bullets, and they forced the Boston Celtics to play 7 games in 1974. Due to the heroics of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the latter was forced to a decisive game. After waiting until double overtime, Abdul-Jabbar unleashed one of his most amazing skyhooks of his remarkable career. Bill Russell had an outstanding 30 points and 40 rebounds in the final game of the 1962 Finals, and the Lakers' Frank Selvey missed an open shot that would have given them the title. In this game, though, Bob Cousy's deft evading of Lakers defenders to run out the clock will be remembered as the most remarkable moment. Next up, in the 1970 NBA Finals Game 3, Jerry West hits a 60-foot buzzer beater to seal the victory. If the three-point shot had been invented at the time of this game, we'd have a definite #1 moment in NBA Finals history. Even yet, West's spectacular shot remains one of the most memorable moments in the history of basketball. The shot forced the game into overtime, but the Lakers were unable to overcome the deficit. Next up, Don Nelson secures the services of Bill Russell for his final ring, Game 7 of the 1969 Finals. Bill Russell had previously won a ring for each of his 10 fingers, but Don Nelson believed that he needed one more to complete his collection. Next up, Magic Johnson plays every position in the finals. In Game 6 of the 1980 Finals, Magic Johnson played all 5 positions. Yep, you heard that right. There will most definitely not be another player quite like Magic Johnson in the history of the game. Magic played all 5 positions on the court in what would be the series' final game, and he started the game at center for the injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was out for the rest of the season. In addition, he was only 20 years old when he made his debut. He finished with 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists, putting him in position to win his first championship. Up next, the Jordan Shrug in Game 1 of the 1992 Finals. Michael Jordan was on a roll from downtown, making 6 three-pointers in the first half of play alone. In the aftermath of that final deep ball, Jordan turned to the announcer's table, where he famously shrugged, seemingly unaware of the reasons why he was on fire. He finished with 39 points as the Bulls defeated the Pacers 122-89. Next up, quote-unquote, Henderson steals the ball, 1984 NBA Finals, Game 2. All the Lakers had to do was run out the time and win the game. LA was leading by 2 points with 18 seconds left on the clock when Gerald Henderson jumped in front of a Magic Johnson pass intended for James Worthy, deflected the ball, stole the ball, and then delayed it in to tie the game. In the end, the Celtics prevailed in overtime to claim the victory. Next up, Michael Jordan's flu game, 1997 Finals, Game 5. Attempting to do anything when suffering from a severe case of the flu is a torture-filled experience. And then imagine taking part in the NBA Finals? It's almost impossible to do when sick. As a result of his severe sickness, he didn't get out of bed until 3 hours before the game. Jordan not only played, but he scored the game-winning shot. MJ ended up scoring 15 in the fourth quarter alone, ending up with 38. Next up, Willis Reed walks out of the tunnel during Game 7 of the 1970 Finals. During Game 5 of the Finals, Willis Reed sustained a torn muscle in his thigh that had to be surgically repaired. Because of the severity of this injury, the star was unable to participate in Game 6 and was expected to miss the remainder of the series. Next up, MJ's final shot in Game 6 of the 1998 Finals. What happened? Did he push himself off the cliff? Is it really that important? This was the pinnacle point of Jordan's professional career. The Bulls were trailing the Jazz in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Jordan scored a huge layup with 40 seconds left to tie the game at 3 points after making some deft moves to get to the hoop. The Bulls were still trailing by 1 point, and it was Utah's turn to play ball. Despite John Stockton's effort to feed Karl Malone in the post, Jordan rushed in and snatched away the ball from his grasp. This is the epitome of cold. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. We'll see you guys next time.